I'd like to invite you all for my next upcoming webinar, which is happening on March 21st, which is a Saturday, between 10 and 12. The topic for this webinar is maximizing tax deductions and minimizing audits. Now, a lot of people are aware of how the IRS audits are on the rise. So we want to take the maximum deductions, but at the same time we want to lower the risk of audits. What are the areas of audit? Number one is taking last charitable deductions. That's number one. Number two is taking too many losses, like for example hobby losses, like people are working on W-2s and they run business on the side thinking it's a legitimate business, but most of the times they're doing they're like moonlighting on for that kind of business, and they put expenses, they put money for all the expenses and claim those expenses losses, which is a hobby loss, and they put on Schedule C is a huge red flags. Maintaining home office deductions, claiming those deductions is another area of a red flag. Another area is claiming rental losses against your income. Now, rental activity is a passive activity. If you claim losses against your other income, definitely that's a red flag, because you need to substantiate it with active participations. About 750 hours you need to spend on managing the real estate, which is very, very difficult considering the fact that you are working on W-2s or your other business which you're getting focused on. So these are the areas. There are certain other areas which we'll discuss more in detail at the upcoming webinar, where we can minimize the audits. At the same time, these areas which I talked about, which increase the audit, we have to look at the documentation part, where we can say, hey, we don't want to lose those deductions because of fear of audit. We can maximize the deductions. Like for example, we have adjustments to income, itemized deductions. So all those things we can take care of. What are the documentation required? What are the things, steps, procedures to take, so that we can maximize those deductions. At the same time, we can be stress free that there will be no